home of LA Galaxy in MLS. We are approaching kick-off very shortly indeed. Some of these Arsenal and Bayern players will have done battle in the not too distant past in the Champions League. The last 3 times these two sides have met, Bayern have won by 5 goals to 1.
To any Arsenal fans watching now, I don't think anyone wants to mention that 10-2 aggregate defeat in the Champions League. But that's something Arsenal have got to aim for under Unai Emery. I think they're fortunate to have him. I think he's a talented manager. I think he'd be delighted to have a club like Arsenal, but there's no disputing the fact that he's joined a brilliant club, but with a very poor squad.
Arsenal against Bayern in the International Champions Cup today. Let's have a look at the Arsenal side then. They've named a strong team to a completely different 11 to the one that beat Colorado Rapids. In come the likes of Lacazette, Ozil, Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan. Bertleno is one of a number of former Bundesliga players in the side, including Socrates Mustafi and Granit Xhaka in central midfield too from his time at Gladbach. New signing Gabriel Martinelli scored the other day, and he's on the bench, while Koscielny, of course, has refused to come on this tour to the United States. Some injuries as well. Hector Bellerin not quite ready for first team action yet. Bayern in their home colours today of all red. It's mostly first team regulars in their team, with a few youngsters, including the striker Fita Arp, who was picked up from Hamburg in the summer. He's expected to be Robert Lewandowski's backup. Lots of experience here. Muller, Martinez, Boateng and Thiago, plus the captain in goal, Manuel Neuer. There's no starting place for the former Arsenal winger Serge Gnabry, though, who was excellent last season. Bayern's player of the year for 2018-19 is on the bench, along with new signing the French international Benjamin Pavard. So we're about to get underway here. Manuel Neuer in the centre circle for this, along with Granit Xhaka. There's a lot to talk about who will be the next Arsenal captain if Laurent Koscielny, the club captain currently, is on his way out, as many expect. Granit Xhaka, as mentioned by Unai Emery, is certainly in the running for that. David Alaba will have a bit of competition at left back this season. The Austrian international has been first choice at Bayern for many years, a key component of a team that has won 7 league titles in a row. Ainsley Maitland-Niles started the Europa League final against Chelsea back in May in Baku, and takes up the right back berth in what we expect to be a back four for Arsenal here. So Kevin Stott about to get us underway at Dignity Health and Sports Park.
Mokeristi. Iya. Ireng. Apa-apa.
So the second game of the 2019 International Champions Cup is up and running. Arsenal in their changed new colours of yellow and black, Bayern in their familiar red. Alongside me, Rob Daly, is the former Ireland international defender Gary Breen. Gary, this should be a fun one tonight.
Really looking forward to it. Obviously excitement, football season coming back, and you get two European powerhouses coming on. Part of the early season games, it'll be interesting to see who can look the better, who can make a mark, who can put down a real marker to start that first game of the season.
The Arsenal fans are outnumbering their Bayern counterparts today. Boateng, who was third choice really at centre-back last season, was behind Hummels and Niklas Süle in terms of regular first-team football for Bayern. Here is Mesut Ozil, who would know lots of these players from international duty with Germany. Mesut Ozil did not have the best of finishes last season for Arsenal. It looks like he will be staying in North London.
He's been quite vocal in saying he wants to stay. The big problem he has is the wages that he's on. Doesn't enable Arsenal to strengthen the squad, which they need to do. There's key positions they have to convince that they need to do in that 10 area as such, but certainly defensively they need to make it.
Thomas Muller, it has opened up here for Bayern a little bit, nearly into Johansson, as Vitar, wearing number 15, was in proximity as well. It looks like Arp is playing it on the left-hand side here. No, really, he is out now centre forward, and that was certainly his position as he came through the ranks at Hamburg in Germany. Here's Aubameyang. Lacazette in the middle. Ozil. Aubameyang, lovely interchange between the pair. And the first chance of the game goes Arsenal's way.
Brilliant play by them. Just breaking from deep, good link play, support from full-back areas. You have to admire Thiago at the base of that midfield for Bayern Munich. Read the situation well. Just gets across the recovery tackle.
Unai Emery embarking on his second season in charge of Arsenal. We'll go all the way to the back post, but there's no one there to meet it as Arsenal ensure from the corner. Lacazette, second top scorer for the Gunners last season, the man leading the line. Niko Kovac, in a rocky spell last season, Bayern 9 points behind Dortmund at 1 point, and he's expected to win the league. That's a given for Bayern managers these days.
But it was a huge vote of confidence to give him the job after the work he'd done at Eintracht Frankfurt. But he proved it well, the double winners, and you're right, it was a lot tighter than they would hope than it has been in previous seasons, of course, but that period in September to November where they only won 2 games out of 8 really put the pressure on. Dortmund were really pulling away, but they showed great character. Something that doesn't surprise you, the ability that Bayern Munich have within their squad.
Arsenal, ironically, in Dortmund colours today. Aubameyang faced Bayern many times during his time in Germany, scoring 6 goals in 17 games against them. It looks like he's out on the right of that 3 behind Lacazette with Mkhitaryan on the left.
It's great about Bucker. It's a goal for it. He's willing to do that shift out in that wide area. I think at times Arsenal, when they want to play 2 up front, become a bit light in midfield. Defensively they can't cope, so they have to kind of pack that area up a bit and just play the 1 up front and try and get in support of Lacazette as much as possible.
Speaking of which, Lacazette gets in possession, just lost out. It's been a bright start here from Arsenal. Here's Muller. He got lucky, Thomas Muller, as he takes on Willock. Here's Arp. Alaba screaming that he's going to be on the overlap in a moment. Arp goes central. Touched loose with his pass there as Muller will have a pop. Over the whistle had gone, Arsenal get the free kick.
We talked about centre forward by a trade as such. He plays on this left wing. Every time he gets that ball, he's going to drive into that central area.
There's another striker playing in a wide position tonight, Aubameyang. Early with the ball in towards Ozil, and then clipped away by Boateng.
It's a brilliant delivery. Ozil gambles across that near post. You can see as soon as that ball goes wide to Aubameyang, there's numbers getting in the box. Ozil gets across the front of Boateng, but just doesn't get a connection. Opportunity for Arsenal.
Niles tries to roll it into Lacazette. It's down. What a challenge from Socrates. Absolutely thumping from the Greek centre-back who would have faced Muller many times during his spell with Borussia Dortmund. Niles again. One in the middle, that is Mkhitaryan. On the edge is Lacazette. Little shape to shoot. Mkhitaryan, wonderful chance. And he nearly finds Lacazette at the back post, although I think the Armenian was going for goal.
Delighted with their start. Look, a real threat up front. Christ, we talked about the difficulties Arsenal have had at the back, but he's a real fan's favourite for that type of tackle. There's an opportunity here. Breaks to Mkhitaryan. Hits across the goal, but Lacazette just can't finish it at the back post.
Mine look rattled at the moment. Here is Tolisso. Art. Clipped out by the youngster. He scored a couple of goals in the second tier of German football with Hamburg last season. He's being touted as one of the most exciting talents in Europe. He's at the back post here, but Prado gets there ahead of him.
Your goalkeeper commanding, good early call, comes and takes those types of crosses, just takes the pressure off.
Ozil. Worked well by Kale, playing it right back tonight. Mustafi takes control of the situation.
Watch Arsenal as well as they started offensively. It's that defensive reliability that they struggled with, and that will be really interesting to see the work that Unai Emery has done in terms of trying to improve that. Because if they want to do anything this season, Arsenal, that has to get better.
Mustafi, we're looking a bit in trouble with that pass. Tolisso turns it over. Oh, they might be able to thread it through here too. Tolisso. Oh, and eventually Leno gets on it. Messi at the back from Arsenal. They get away with that one.
Brilliant ball by Johansson, though. Lovely, deft little flick of the outside of his boot. Nearly puts his teammate in on goal. Look at him again. The quality to drive at the Arsenal defence in that little reverse pass. Unfortunately, Tolisso just didn't have his body shape right.
Here's Jonas Kale, the 18-year-old for Bayern, playing a right back tonight.
So young, doesn't he? But what a vote of confidence. Hard act to follow when you think of Philip Lahm, you think of Kimmich at right back. Right, meaning knowing a coach at right back, there's no doubt about that. And this young player getting an opportunity now.
Here's the one youngster in a very experienced back four. Boateng. A little drop of the shoulder to look it back to Boateng again. Hansen into Javi Martinez, who did generally play in central midfield last season.
He's comfortable there. Centre half can play both positions, probably excelled there under Guardiola.
Alaba. To work into the middle now. Hansen towards goal, away by Socrates, and swing and a miss from Kale. Mkhitaryan just about does enough, but now it's Arsenal feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
So refreshing. You see these young players getting their opportunity at iconic clubs like Bayern Munich and not having any fear that's driven from them. And there's an experienced players around them. You don't want to have to hold their hands. You want them to express themselves. I have to say they're certainly starting confidently.
Thiago, how to bring that down. You know, he's exceptionally gifted technical midfield player, Thiago, and he's been playing slightly deeper role under Niko Kovac, in truth, looking to run the game.
Seen that a lot now throughout Europe, aren't we, for the big clubs. The likes of Silva, De Bruyne at Manchester City, flair players sitting deeper to real control of the game.
Played by Alaba. Here is Thiago again. Tolisso. They'll lose that from one of the number of World Cup winners out involved today.
Like young players at Bayern Munich, be interested to see how young Joe Willock does holding midfield role. Talking about Xhaka being the captain, at times I think it's difficult playing alongside him. He's not the most disciplined in that central midfield area, so a young player's got to read situations. Xhaka's skill, like Thiago, is getting on the ball and trying to get Arsenal to play, not necessarily in terms of his defensive responsibilities.
Willock did play 6 games in total last season for Arsenal. It's Aubameyang looking to use that trademark pace. It's another teasing ball, and Lacazette was at the back post. And Jonas Kehl had no choice but to put it behind.
Good defending though. Picked up that early area, that back post. Lacazette wanted to get across it, but he couldn't. He knew the young defender was in a good position.
Aubameyang breaks forward like that. It's actually hard for his teammates to catch up.
So quick, it really is. It's a frustration at times. We want him to play through the middle, beating on goal.
Back heel from Aubameyang. Bayern haven't cleared this properly. Maitland-Niles. Here's Xhaka. Mkhitaryan takes on his man. Kehl does very well and wins the throw in too. So no Lucas Torreira as well right now for Arsenal, because he's been playing at the Copa America for Uruguay. Alex Iwobi and Mohamed El-Neni, African Cup of Nations duty for them. Been a sort of disjointed summer for many international players with so many competitions going on.
Long gone are the days where you have 5 or 6 weeks off. At this level now, invariably you'll be playing international football, 3 weeks at best. But it is difficult for a manager. You want to get a settled team so you can start that season well. But I think they're just used to it now. I think this is just the way football has gone.
Part of the reason as well that Alphonso Davies, the new Bayern winger, picked up in January, came back from holidays early, having played at the Gold Cup with Canada.
What it does give is an opportunity for these young players. They'll get an opportunity, the manager will say, well listen, impress me, can you stay in and amongst the squad, can you do enough? It's up to them.
Work back by Nacho Monreal. Willock. Brazil. Niles, Aubameyang, slightly more central position here. Bayern defending comfortably.
Yeah, they're relaxed about the fact that Ozil's dropping so deep to get on the ball. They're happy to let him have it in the 4 area. They know that it's not really going to hurt them from that position. Look at the setup of this Bayern Munich team. So organised, 4-5-1 out of possession and make it difficult for Arsenal. No surprise that Arsenal got their joy against Bayern breaking early and not allowing Bayern to get set.
We know Xhaka likes to shoot. He wasn't a million miles away from the former Gladbach player. Unai Emery, three-time Europa League winner as head coach at Sevilla. Of course, left PSG just over a year ago to take the job at Arsenal. He was on his way out anyway.
It's a big call to be given the job at Arsenal in terms of replacing Wenger, the iconic manager. Certainly Arsenal is the type of club that would interest the majority of their managers in the world, but there's no doubt in the fact that it's an unbalanced, underperforming squad, and it's essentially a bigger job than I'm sure many people thought.
Wolves Arsenal throw in. It's going to be interesting. 3 weeks left to the Premier League transfer window. See exactly what Arsenal do. Momentum gathering on a Dani Ceballos loan deal from Real Madrid. Roy Hodgson has said that the offer for Wilfried Zaha well below the expected value for him.
Well, this is the frustration that you're seeing from the Arsenal supporters in terms of their anger. But this looks fine, breaking 2v2.
Brilliant ball from Arp. Muller's in the middle here. Tries to dummy him. I think Thomas Muller really probably should have just had to go himself here. Arp has picked up the ball once again after that lovely bit of work in the centre circle to get Bayern moving.
That will concern Emery straight away. The Bayern Munich are able to go from the length of one pitch to the other, and they essentially got a 2v2 before the cavalry come back to recover. But that's a concern about Arsenal. They want to be expansive, they want to be in control of the ball, but as soon as the turnover's forced, they look vulnerable.
On the money, as you'd expect from Thiago. Tolisso. To swing it in, there's not really an option inside the penalty area. Muller clips it out. Kel.
Pengantar. Saya Pak pengantar. Channel apa? Kenapa channel? Nah. Asal cinta kan?
Home of LA Galaxy in MLS. We are approaching kick-off very shortly indeed. Some of these Arsenal Bayern players will have done battle in the not too distant past in the Champions League. The last 3 times these two sides have met, Bayern have won by 5 goals to 1.
To any Arsenal fans watching now, I don't think anyone wants to mention that 10-2 aggregate defeat in the Champions League. But that's something Arsenal have got to aim for under Unai Emery. I think they're fortunate to have him. I think he's a talented manager. I think he'd be delighted to have a club like Arsenal, but there's no disputing the fact that he's joined a brilliant club, but with a very poor squad.
Arsenal against Bayern in the International Champions Cup today. Let's have a look at the Arsenal side then. They've named a strong team to a completely different 11 to the one that beat Colorado Rapids. In come the likes of Lacazette, Ozil, Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan. Bertleno is one of a number of former Bundesliga players in the side, including Socrates Mustafi and Granit Xhaka in central midfield too from his time at Gladbach. New signing Gabriel Martinelli scored the other day, and he's on the bench, while Koscielny, of course, has refused to come on this tour to the United States. Some injuries as well. Hector Bellerin not quite ready for first team action yet. Bayern in their home colours today of all red. It's mostly first team regulars in their team with a few youngsters, including the striker Vita Art, who was picked up from Hamburg in the summer. He's expected to be Robert Lewandowski's backup. Lots of experience here. Müller, Martinez, Boateng and Thiago, plus the captain in goal, Manuel Neuer. There's no starting place for the former Arsenal winger Serge Gnabry, though, who was excellent last season. Bayern's player of the year for 2018-19 is on the bench, along with new signing the French international Benjamin Pavard.
Mas vai, ei! Ei! Otes.
So we're about to get underway here. Manuel Neuer in the centre circle for this, along with Granit Xhaka. There's a lot to talk about who will be the next Arsenal captain if Laurent Koscielny, the club captain, currently is on his way out, as many expect. Granit Xhaka, as mentioned by Unai Emery, is certainly in the running for that. David Alaba will have a bit of competition at left back this season. The Austrian international has been first choice at Bayern for many years, a key component of a team that has won 7 league titles in a row. Ainsley Maitland-Niles started the Europa League final against Chelsea back in May in Baku, and takes up the right back berth in what we expect to be a back four for Arsenal here. So Kevin Stott about to get us underway at Dignity Health Sports Park. So the second game of the 2019 International Champions Cup is up and running. Arsenal in their changed new colours of yellow and black, Bayern in their familiar red. Alongside me, Rod Daly, is the former Ireland international defender, Gary Breen. Gary, this should be a fun one tonight.
Really looking forward to it. Obviously excitement, football season coming back, and you get 2 European powerhouses coming on. Part of the early season games, it'll be interesting to see who the better, who can make a mark, who can put down a real marker to start that first game of the season.
The Arsenal fans are outnumbering their Bayern counterparts today. John Boateng, who was third choice really at centre-back last season, was behind Hummels and Niklas Zula in terms of regular first-team football for Bayern. Here is Mesut Ozil, who would know lots of these players from international duty with Germany. Mesut Ozil did not have the best of finishes last season for Arsenal. It looks like he will be staying in North London.
He's been quite vocal in saying he wants to stay. The big problem he has is the wages that he's on. Doesn't enable Arsenal to strengthen the squad, which they need to do. There's key positions they have to. I'm not convinced that they need to do it in that 10 area as such, but certainly defensively they need to make improvements.
Thomas Muller has opened up here for Bayern a little bit, nearly into Johansson, as feet armour in number 15 was in proximity as well. It looks like Arthur is playing out on the left-hand side here. No, really, he is out and out centre forward, and that was certainly his position as he came to the race at Hamburg in Germany. Here's Aubameyang. Lacazette in the middle. Ozil. Aubameyang, lovely interchange between the pair, and the first chance of the game goes Arsenal's way.
Brilliant play by them. Just breaking from deep, good link play, support from full-back areas. You have to admire Thiago at the base of that midfield for Bayern Munich. Read the situation well. Just gets across the recovery tackle.
Unai Emery embarking on his second season in charge of Arsenal. We'll go all the way to the back post, but there's no one there to meet it as Arsenal in short from the corner. Lacazette, second top scorer for the Gunners last season, the man leading the line. Niko Kovac, in a rocky spell last season, Bayern 9 points behind Dortmund at 1 point. And he's expected to win the league. That's a given for Bayern managers these days.
But it is, but it was a huge vote of confidence to give him the job after the work he'd done at Eintracht Frankfurt. But he proved it well, the double winners, and you're right, it was a lot tighter than they would hope than it has been in previous seasons, of course, but that period in September to November where they only won 2 games out of 8 really put the pressure on. Dortmund were really pulling away, but they showed great character. Something that doesn't surprise you, the ability that Bayern Munich have within their squad.
Arsenal, ironically, in Dortmund colours today. Aubameyang faced Bayern many times during his time in Germany, scoring 6 goals in 17 games against them. It looks like he's out the right of that 3 behind Lacazette with Mkhitaryan on the left.
Great goal threat. He's willing to do that shift out in that wide area. I think at times Arsenal, when they want to play 2 up front, become a bit light in midfield. Defensively they can't cope, so they have to kind of pack that area up a bit and just play the 1 up front and try and get in support of Lacazette as much as possible.
Speaking of which, Lacazette gets in possession, just lost out. It's been a bright start here from Arsenal. Here's Muller. Got lucky, Thomas Muller, as he takes on Willem. Here's Art. Alaba screaming that he's going to be on the overlap in a moment. Art goes central. Touch loose with his pass there, as Muller will have a pop. The whistle had gone, Arsenal get the free kick.
We talked about Art, centre forward by trade as such. He plays in this left wing. Every time he gets that ball, he's going to drive into that central area.
There's another striker playing in a wide position tonight, Aubameyang. Early with the ball in towards Ozil, and then clipped away by Boateng.
It's a brilliant delivery. Ozil gambles across that near post. You can see as soon as that ball goes wide to Aubameyang, there's numbers getting in the box. Ozil gets across the front of Boateng, but just doesn't get a connection. Opportunity for Arsenal.
Maitland-Niles tries to roll that into Lacazette. Hunting is down. What a challenge from Socrates. Absolutely thumping from the Greek centre-back, who would have faced Muller many times during his spell with Borussia Dortmund. Maitland-Niles again. One in the middle, that is Mkhitaryan. On the edge is Lacazette, in shape to shoot. Mkhitaryan, wonderful chance. And he nearly finds Lacazette at the back post, although I think the Armenian was going for goal.
Delighted with their start. They look a real threat up front. Christ, we talked about the difficulties Arsenal have had at the back, but he's a real fan's favourite for that type of tackle. There's an opportunity here. Breaks to Mkhitaryan, hits across the goal, but Lacazette just can't finish it at the back post.
I look rattled at the moment. Here is Tolisso. Art. Clipped out by the youngster. He scored a couple of goals in the second tier of German football with Hamburg last season. He's being touted as one of the most exciting talents in Europe. So the back post here, but Fredo gets ahead of him.
Your goalkeeper commanding, good early call, comes and takes those type of crosses, just takes the pressure off.
Ozil. Moved well by Kale. Right back today. Mustafi takes control of the situation.
Concern when you watch Arsenal, as well as they started offensively, defensive reliability they struggled with, and that will be really interesting to see the work that Unai Emery has done in terms of trying to improve that. Because if they want to do anything this season, Arsenal, that has to get better.
Mustafi. We're looking a bit in trouble with that pass. Tolisso turns it over. Oh, they might be able to thread it through here too. Tolisso. Oh, and eventually Leno gets on him. Messi at the back from Arsenal. They get away with that one.
Brilliant ball by Johansson, though. Lovely, deft little flick of the outside of his boot. Nearly puts his teammate in on goal. Look at him again. The quality to drive at the Arsenal defence in that little reverse pass. Unfortunately, Tolisso just didn't have his body shape right.
Here's Jonas Kale, the 18-year-old for Bayern, playing a right back tonight.
So young, doesn't it? What a vote of confidence, and hard act to follow when you think of Philipp Lahm, you think of Kimmich at right back. Bayern Munich know how to coach a right back, there's no doubt about that. This young player getting an opportunity now.
Here's the one youngster in a very experienced back four. Boateng. Kale, little drop of the shoulder to get back to Boateng again. Hansen into Javi Martinez, who did generally play in central midfield last season.
He's comfortable there. Centre half can play both positions, probably excelled there under Guardiola.
Alaba. To work into the middle now. Hansen towards goal, away by Socrates, and swing and a miss from Kale. Mkhitaryan just about does enough, but now it's Arsenal feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
So refreshing. You see these young players getting their opportunity at iconic clubs like Bayern Munich. They're not having any fear that's driven from them, and there's an experienced players around them. You don't want to have to hold their hands, you want them to express themselves. Same starting confidence.
Thiago, to bring that down. We know he's an exceptionally gifted technical midfield player, Thiago, and it's playing slightly deeper role under Niko Kovac, in truth, looking to run the game.
Seen that a lot now throughout Europe, aren't we, for the big clubs. Like Silva, De Bruyne at Manchester City, flair players sitting deep into real control of the game.
Played by Alaba, here is Thiago again. Tolisso. Lose that from one of the number of World Cup winners out involved today.
About young players at Bayern Munich, be interested to see how young Joe Willock does hold in midfield role. Talking about Xhaka being the captain, at times I think it's difficult playing alongside him. He's not the most disciplined in that central midfield area, so a young player's got to read situations. Xhaka's skill. Thiago is getting on the ball and trying to get Arsenal to play, not necessarily in terms of his defensive responsibilities.
Willock did play 6 games in total last season for Arsenal. Here's Aubameyang looking to use that trademark pace. It's another teasing ball, and Lacazette was at the back post. And Jonas Kehl had no choice but to put it behind.
Good defending though. Picked up that early area, that back post. Like I said, wanted to get across him, but he couldn't. He knew the young defender was in a good position.
Aubameyang breaks forward like that. It's actually hard for his teammates to catch up.
So quick, really. That's the frustration at times. We want him to play through the middle. We're beating on goal.
Backheel from Aubameyang. Bayern haven't cleared this properly. Maitland-Niles. Here's Xhaka. Mkhitaryan takes on his man. Kehl does very well and wins the throw-in too. So no Lucas Torreira as well right now for Arsenal because he's been playing at the Copa America for Uruguay. Alex Iwobi and Mohamed El-Neni, African Cup of Nations duty for them. Bit of sort of disjointed summer for many international players with so many competitions going on.
Long gone are the days where you have 5 or 6 wins.
Home of LA Galaxy in MLS. We are approaching kick-off very shortly indeed. Some of these Arsenal and Bayern players will have done battle in the not too distant past in the Champions League. The last 3 times these two sides have met, Bayern have won by 5 goals to 1.
To any Arsenal fans watching now, I don't think anyone wants to mention that 10-2 aggregate defeat in the Champions League. But that's something Arsenal have got to aim for under Unai Emery. I think they're fortunate to have him. I think he's a talented manager. I think he'd be delighted to have a club like Arsenal, but there's no disputing the fact that he's joined a brilliant club, but with a very poor squad.
Arsenal against Bayern in the International Champions Cup today. Let's have a look at the Arsenal side then. They've named a strong team to a completely different 11 to the one that beat Colorado Rapids. In come the likes of Lacazette, Ozil, Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan. Bernd Leno is one of a number of former Bundesliga players in the side, including Socrates Mustafi and Granit Xhaka in central midfield too from his time at Gladbach. New signing Gabriel Martinelli scored the other day, and he's on the bench, while Cassioni, of course, has refused to come on this tour to the United States. Some injuries as well. Hector Bellerin not quite ready for first team action yet. Bayern in their home colours today of all red. It's mostly first-team regulars in their team with a few youngsters, including the striker Vita Arp, who was picked up from Hamburg in the summer. He's expected to be Robert Lewandowski's backup. Lots of experience here. Müller, Martinez, Boateng and Thiago, plus the captain in goal, Manuel Neuer. There's no starting place for the former Arsenal winger Serge Gnabry, though, who was excellent last season. Bayern's Player of the Year for 2018-19 is on the bench, along with new signing the French international Benjamin Pavard. So we're about to get underway here. Manuel Neuer in the centre circle for this, along with Granit Xhaka. There's a lot to talk about who will be the next Arsenal captain if Laurent Koscielny, the club captain, currently is on his way out, as many expect. Granit Xhaka, as mentioned by Unai Emery, is certainly in the running for that. David Alaba will have a bit of competition at left back this season. The Austrian international has been first choice at Bayern for many years, a key component of a team that has won 7 league titles in a row. Ainsley Maitland-Niles started the Europa League final against Chelsea back in May in Baku, and takes up the right back berth in what we expect to be a back four for Arsenal here. So Kevin Stott about to get us underway at Dignity Health and Sports Park. So the second game of the 2019 International Champions Cup is up and running. Arsenal in their changed new colours of yellow and black, Bayern in their familiar red. Alongside me, Rob Daly, is the former Ireland international defender, Gary Breen. Gary, this should be a fun one tonight.
Really looking forward to it. Obviously, excitement, football season coming back, and you get two European powerhouses coming in. Part of the early season games, it'll be interesting to see who can look the better, who can make a mark, who can put down a real marker to start that first game of the season.
The Arsenal fans are outnumbering their Bayern counterparts today. John Boateng, who was third choice really at centre-back last season, was behind Hummels and Niklas Zula in terms of regular first-team football for Bayern. Here is Mesut Ozil, who would know lots of these players from international duty with Germany. Mesut Ozil did not have the best of finishes last season for Arsenal. It looks like he will be staying in North London.
He's been quite vocal in saying he wants to stay. The big problem he has is the wages that he's on. Doesn't enable Arsenal to strengthen the squad. They need to do this. Key positions they have to convince that they need to do it in that 10 area as such, but certainly defensively they need to make improvements.
Thomas Muller, it has opened up here for Bayern a little bit, nearly into Johansson, as Fita Arp, wearing number 15, was in proximity as well. It looks like Arp is playing on the left-hand side here. No, really, he is out and out centre forward, and that was certainly his position as he came through the ranks at Hamburg in Germany. Here's Aubameyang. Lacazette in the middle. Ozil, Aubameyang, lovely interchange between the pair, and the first chance of the game goes Arsenal's way.
Brilliant play by them. Just breaking from deep, good link play, support from full-back areas. You have to admire Thiago at the base of that midfield for Bayern Munich. Read the situation well. Just gets across the recovery tackle.
Unai Emery embarking on his second season in charge of Arsenal. We'll go all the way to the back post with this on there to meet it as Arsenal in chalk from the corner. Second top scorer for the Gunners last season, the man leading the line, Niko Kovac. He had a rocky spell last season, Bayern 9 points behind Dortmund at 1 point, and he's expected to win the league. That's a given for Bayern managers these days.
Well, it is, but it was a huge vote of confidence to give him the job after the work he'd done at Eintracht Frankfurt. But he proved it well, the double winners, and you're right, it was a lot tighter than they would hope than it has been in previous seasons, of course, but that period in September to November where they only won 2 games out of 8 really put the pressure on. Dortmund were really pulling away, but they showed great character. Something that doesn't surprise you, the ability that Bayern Munich have within their squad.
Arsenal, ironically, in Dortmund colours today. Aubameyang faced Bayern many times during his time in Germany, scoring 6 goals in 17 games against them. It looks like he's out on the right of that 3 behind Lacazette with Mkhitaryan on the left. Balls to 1.
To any Arsenal fans watching now, I don't think anyone wants to mention that 10-2 aggregate defeat in the Champions League. But that's something Arsenal have got to aim for under Unai Emery. I think they're fortunate to have him. I think he's a talented manager. I think he'd be delighted to have a club like Arsenal, but there's no disputing the fact that he's joined a brilliant club, but with a very poor squad.
Pindah.
Arsenal against Bayern in the International Champions Cup today. Let's have a look at the Arsenal side then. They've named a strong team to a completely different 11 to the one that beat Colorado Rapids. In come the likes of Lacazette, Ozil, Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan. Berkleno is one of a number of former Bundesliga players in the side, including Socrates Mustafi and Granit Xhaka in central midfield too from his time at Gladbach. New signing Gabriel Martinelli scored the other day, and he's on the bench, while Koscielny, of course, has refused to come on this tour to the United States. Some injuries as well. Hector Bellerin not quite ready for first team action yet. Bayern in their home colours today of all red. It's mostly first team regulars in their team, with a few youngsters, including the striker Fita Art, who was picked up from Hamburg in the summer. He's expected to be Robert Lewandowski's backup. Lots of experience here. Müller, Martinez, Boateng and Thiago, plus the captain in goal, Manuel Neuer. There's no starting place for the former Arsenal winger Serge Gnabry, though, who was excellent last season. Bayern's player of the year for 2018-19 is on the bench, along with new signing the French international Benjamin Pavard.
Kena emang hampir ini. Satu. Wah, tu dah. Pasti kau mencoba.
So we're about to get underway here. Manuel Neuer in the centre circle for this, along with Granit Xhaka. There's a lot to talk about who will be the next Arsenal captain if Laurent Koscielny, the club captain, currently is on his way out, as many expect. Granit Xhaka, as mentioned by Unai Emery, is certainly in the running for that.
I'll go.
David Alaba will have a bit of competition at left back this season. The Austrian international has been first choice at Bayern for many years, a key component of a team that has won 7 league titles in a row. Ainsley Maitland-Niles started the Europa League final against Chelsea back in May in Baku, and takes up the right back berth in what we expect to be a back four for Arsenal here. So Kevin Stott about to get us underway at Dignity Health Sports Park. So the second game of the 2019 International Champions Cup is up and running. Arsenal in their changed new colours of yellow and black, Bayern in their familiar red. Alongside me, Rob Daly, is the former Ireland international defender, Gary Breen. Gary, this should be a fun one tonight.
Really looking forward to it. Obviously, excitement, football season coming back, and you get two European powerhouses coming in. Part of the early season games, it'll be interesting to see who can look the better, who can make a mark, who can put down a real marker to start that first game of the season.
The Arsenal fans are outnumbering their Bayern counterparts today. Boateng, who was third choice really at centre-back last season, was behind Hummels and Niklas Süle in terms of regular first-team football for Bayern. Here is Mesut Ozil, who would know lots of these players from international duty with Germany. Mesut Ozil did not have the best of finishes last season for Arsenal. It looks like he will be staying in North London.
Quite vocal on saying he wants to stay. The big problem he has is the wages that he's on. Doesn't enable Arsenal to strengthen the squad, which they need to do. There's key positions they have to convince that they need to do in that 10 area, such that certainly defensively they need to make improvements.
Thomas Muller, it has opened up here for Bayern a little bit, nearly into Johansson, as Vita Art wearing number 15 was in proximity as well. It looks like Art is playing out on the left-hand side here. No, really, he is out and out centre forward, and that was certainly his position as he came through the ranks at Hamburg in Germany. Here's Aubameyang. Lacazette in the middle. Ozil. Aubameyang, lovely interchange between the pair. And the first chance of the game goes Arsenal's way.
Brilliant play by them. Just breaking from deep, good link play, support from full-back areas. You have to admire Thiago at the base of that midfield for Bayern Munich. Read the situation well, just gets across the recovery tackle.
Unai Emery embarking on his second season in charge of Arsenal.
Latihan deh.
Kayak kabarnya kok bisa, Kak mau jual.
Kak Sembrono.
Go! Mas Bay kan? Untuk Mas Bay itu legendaris kan? Go!
Kemarin gading kan dia nendang.
Emang ketolong kiper sih Bang.
Sip go. Engko ya, tonton dhewe engko. Ya Allah, Mar.
Book. Kiper ketok ngulan. Ukur.